Devarim, words of the prophet Moshe. Deuteronomy chapter 26. And it shall be, when thou art come into the land which Yahweh thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and possessest it, and dwellest therein, that thou shalt take of the first of all the fruit of the ground, which thou shalt bring in from the land that Yahweh thy God giveth thee, and thou shalt put it in a basket, and shalt go to the place which Yahweh thy God shall choose, to cause his name to dwell there. And thou shalt come to the priest that shall be in those days, and say to him, I profess this day to Yahweh thy God, that I am come to the land which Yahweh swore an oath to our fathers to give us. And the priest shall take the basket out of thy hand, and set it down before the altar of Yahweh thy God. And thou shalt answer and say before Yahweh thy God, Aram ready to perish was my father, and he went down into Mithraim, and sojourned there, few in number, and he became there a nation, great, mighty, and populous. And the Mithraim dealt ill with us, and afflicted us, and laid upon us hard slavery, and we cried to Yahweh, the God of our fathers, and Yahweh heard our voice, and saw our affliction, and our toil, and our oppression. And Yahweh brought us forth out of Mithraim with a mighty hand, and with an outstretched arm, and with great terror, and with signs, and with wonders. And he hath brought us into this place, and hath given us this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And now, behold, I have brought the first of the fruit of the ground, which thou, O Yahweh, hast given me. And thou shalt set it before Yahweh thy God, and worship before Yahweh thy God. And thou shalt rejoice in all the good which Yahweh thy God hath given to thee, and to thy house, thou and the Levi, and the sojourner that is in the midst of thee, when thou hast made an end of tithing all the tithe of thy increase in the 3rd year, which is the year of tithing, then thou shalt give it to the Levi, to the sojourner, to the fatherless, and to the widow, that they eat within thy gates and be filled. And thou shalt say before Yahweh thy God, I have put away the hallowed things out of my house, and also have given them to the Levi, and to the sojourner, to the fatherless, and to the widow, according to all thy command which thou hast commanded me. I have not transgressed any of thy commands, neither have I forgotten them. I have not eaten thereof in my mourning, neither have I put away thereof, being unclean, nor given thereof for the dead. I have hearkened to the voice of Yahweh my God. I have done according to all that thou hast commanded me. Look down from thy holy habitation, from skies, and bless thy people Yisrael, and the ground which thou hast given us, as thou swearest an oath to our fathers, a land flowing with milk and honey. This day Yahweh thy God commandeth thee to do these statutes and ordinances. Thou shalt therefore keep and do them with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Thou hast avouched Yahweh this day to be thy God, and that thou wouldst walk in his ways, and keep his statutes, and his commands, and his ordinances, and hearken to his voice. And Yahweh hath avouched thee this day to be a people for his own possession, as he hath promised thee, and that thou shouldst keep all his commands, and to make thee high above all nations that he hath made, in praise and in name and in honor, and that thou mayest be a holy people to Yahweh thy God, as he hath spoken.